Warning, the following video contains MLP-related content. It also contains at least one or more of the following: cursing, violence, immature jokes, funny reactions, or verbal not safe for work content. If you do not wish to view anything that may contain any of these, please immediately go to your previous page. Otherwise, stick around and enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, Brony Must 44 here, and I am back for another reaction. And this time around, we're taking a look at a new audio series. I say new as in, well, I haven't checked it out yet. But it's actually been out for a little while. This came back out at November 28th, 2016. This is a mouthful of a title. Twilight Falls, Sunset Dawns, Episode 1, Bittersweet Revenge, Part 1. Now, I just want to go ahead and say this right now because I did notice this right before pressing record. Episode 1 and Part 1 is a little redundant. You don't need the Part 1 on there when Episode 2 says Part 2. But there's no Episode 1 Part 2. I don't know. You just chop that little bit out because that extra bit's not really needed. But anyways, this audio thing is actually made by Vocal Sweets. And this person's actually... It's been this person and another person of the same who's a part of the project have both reached out to me for a while and have been asking me to take a look at their this series for a little bit now, and I finally have a chance to do so. All I know is that it's some kind of like audio project, kind of in a way of, you know, Daughter Discord, Princess Trixie Sparkle, stuff like that. I don't expect it to be up there in terms of quality right now because having a series start off to where those are at now would be kind of insane. Like, it took them it took my team, Disney Frax teams and stuff like that to get Bridal Discord and Daughter Discord to where it's at now, and it took Magpie and everyone in her team a long time to get to where her stuff is. Same deal with Ashley H and everybody when it came to Remembrance. So this might not have the best start, but if it has a good enough potential in there, then we may see it reach up with the rest of those things as well in future episodes. But as to what's going to be happening here, I have no idea. I've never heard of this in any way until they asked me to take a look at it. Actually, no, I take that back. I did see it in like the related section, and I put it in my watch later list, but then I kind of just forgot about it. And I do feel bad for it. I do. But anyways, this episode is about 20 minutes long, and I guess we'll just have to find out and see what happens. So, let's go and get started. In 3, 2, 1, go!
This audio drama's plotline was created at the time Season 4 ended. If there are any collisions to the canon story,
Season 4?
Wait, this is a fanfiction, so deal with it if it's not canon.
It's based off of the ending of Season 4, huh? Well, that's a callback. Okay.
Don't get me wrong, Spike. I love being the princess of friendship and all. It's just...
Oh, okay.
I'm excited right down.
Wow, we're starting with a song right off the bat. Okay.
I honestly can't wait for what's in store. Whoa. Even though it's
Am I watching a Disney movie? This just starts with a song.
I won't get beaten by a test. This will be a difficult quest. I think that means it's time for me to show.
Don't mind me, I'm just popping my head. I like that facial expression with Twilight there. Kind of like, yeah.
There's more that's out there, someone that I haven't met.
Everyone here likes who I am. And it's nothing the magic spells can make.
Unfortunately, whoever this person is doesn't have the best mic setup. Also, the music is a little bit drowning out this person's voice.
High school's great show, but who am I anymore?
Well, you were a pony, then you became a human again, right?
I don't want
Or the other way around, I don't know. Even who became a pony and then became human again.
Something that I need.
I know there's more that's out there. Maybe folks that need my help. I know there's more that's out there because I've seen it for myself.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So much this child can offer, and I'm not saying that's so bad, but I know there's more that's
Go
out
Wonderbolts!
there.
I mean,
It's a life that
aren't they called something else in the Pressure Girls universe? Aren't they called Wonder Colts? Colt, I think.
To Celestia's call.
Don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
To see it all.
This child is home, this school is safe.
I was not expecting a song right off the bat though. Like this is huh.
I know there's more that's out there, another world to explore.
And I know there's more that's out there. Am I wrong for wanting more? And
I can't wait for it to happen.
How would it be if these two could actually see each other while they're singing this, despite being in two different universes?
I just know there's more that's
Oh, look at that, the role swap. Okay.
and it's calling out my name. And I'm searching for the answer.
Why is that adorable?
I feel I've lost my way. I mean, I know what's really out there, but I'll find out someday.
Well, do it. No need to sing about it. Just do it.
I'll find out someday.
Maybe if you punch it hard enough, your fist will go through and you'll be able to fall in. Surely that's how it works, right? Oh, there we go. Finally. Twilight Falls, Sunset Downs. Produced by Vocal Sweets. What is this music? From the TFSD cast, we hope you enjoy. I recognize that audio sound effect. I've used that in a couple videos.
Are you sure you don't need me to come with you, Twy?
It's just a few days, Spike. I'm going to spend most of it studying and researching. You'd be bored. Besides,
Dragons,
I need my number one
pets,
assistant to stay here to
goals,
take care of the
siblings,
castle in
magic.
Owlicious.
Okay, but if you're not gonna be
Owls.
here, that means I'm in charge of the castle, right?
Spike, what are you up to?
He's gonna eat the castle.
Nothing. I was just thinking, that if I wanted to do something on behalf of the princess,
Just say it.
can I use some of the tribute fund to buy Rarity something? I saw this really pretty brooch in a shop last week.
Go ahead. But don't spend the entire fund. It's going to help pay for a field trip for Cheerilee's class next week.
Hey!
No problem.
Look at you, Twilight.
Glory to the princess of friendship and her generous subjects.
Spike, I've told you not to call me that.
You tell every pony not to call you that. Since when do they listen?
Yeah, that's a valid point.
I've been able to do so much for so many ponies. Hopefully, come this time next week, I'll be able to do even more. The guards in Canterlot almost arrested me when I appeared in the gardens.
Okay, we're all set.
Thank you, Spike.
What? Why is the mirror reflecting that?
need anything
I guess
else
it's supposed to be
before
like
I go?
this.
Permission to eat ice cream for dinner?
I don't think so. I've asked some pony to come over and eat with you.
Mama Twilight says no.
Aw, come on!
Well, if you insist, I'll stop by Rarity's on the way and let her know.
Never mind. I'm cool.
Oh, you just got blackmailed, son.
Have fun.
Spike, I'm going to spend a week studying one of the most mysterious magical relics in Equestria. How can I not have fun?
There was like a random black speck there at the bottom of that picture. I thought there was something on my screen, but apparently it was just a little piece on the picture.
Try to travel when you're going away.
What is that in the background?
Thanks, Applejack.
What?
Where's Pinkie Pie?
It's a secret, but a bit of advice. When you go to cut the cake, announce it loudly.
Okay, Oddly enough, I do actually kind of like the way that these ponies are drawn, despite them having ginormous,
I'll be fine. There's
legs.
not much you would be able to do to help me anyway. And I'm not going to go
I don't
out
know.
of the city. Just
It's
staying
an
at the
interesting
castle while I
style.
conduct my research. If you want to come and see the city, that's up to you. But there wouldn't be much
I
to
can
do
dig it.
around the castle. Besides, no offense, every pony, but Celestia and I haven't spent a lot of time together since I moved to Ponyville. Usually the only times I see her are special occasions, or when there's some impending disaster we need to deal with. I'm looking forward to being able to visit her like old times without something stirring up trouble.
Celestia is
for
like the
us.
map. Only meet my disciple when
We know how much you and
a
the
crisis
princess
is about to
need each
happen.
other.
Yeah, we get it. You just take it easy and say hi for us.
This seems a bit understated for one of Pinky's parties.
The ticket office said they'd have to ask her to move if she went any bigger. Some ponies are actually here to board trains.
Valid point.
Now arriving. Express train from Appaloosa. Next stop, Canterlot.
Choo-choo.
That's my ride.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, Princess,
That
you
sounded
better have fun
amazing.
Take care. Bring us back
Choo-choo.
preferably something collectible and in season.
And don't worry about us. We'll be fine. We'll take care of any
Hello, Spike
petitioners
Factor.
that show up for you.
I'll miss you too. But you're really making a big deal out of this. Remember, we'll see each other again in just a few days.
Could Twilight just, in theory, teleport there? Or is that, I guess, just too much effort?
Bye, girls.
Oh, hi.
Did you get to try the cake? I made it just for you.
No, but save me a slice for when I get back.
Well, how long is she gonna be
Bye,
gone? Just a few
Pinky.
days? The cake might be bad by then.
Love you.
Very attached friends.
Quite, yeah. Even that's an understatement.
There'll be no need for that. I'm quite aware of who she is.
Leave her alone,
Welcome once
gods.
again, Twilight.
Hello, princess. Thanks for giving me
My
this
gosh,
shot.
the
I really
legs are
appreciate it.
huge!
Not at all. I'm happy to host you anytime you wish.
It's like she's on stilts. It's actually kind of comical, and I like it.
For three. If you would care to join Luna and I.
Could you imagine ponies using these stilts to walk around?
Very. But if you don't mind, I'd like to see it first.
It arrived from the Crystal Empire yesterday morning. Based on the measurements you provided me, the moon's alignment will begin tonight. I consulted Luna. She confirmed that she cannot distort the portal's magic via the moon, so will only be open for 3 days at most. The same as before. I trust that will be enough time for your research.
Oh,
I
okay.
prefer a full week at least, under ideal circumstances. But I can make do. I brought all the instruments and books I might need to make the most of the time. And even after all the direct
she's going back there,
experimentation,
huh?
it could take weeks or even months to go over all the data. Not to mention there will be further tests I can do at home, so tack on a few more months there. It'll be fine in the long run.
It is good you have such studies to focus your attention on. Not since
I do kind of wish the voices were a little
such
louder and the
depth of magical
sounds of the steps were a little
I wouldn't
quieter.
say I'm as good as Star Swirl. I mean, he discovered some of the most fundamental principles of magic. The spells unicorns use every day to live their lives owe it to his studies. Can't even begin to compare to that.
Oh, hey, where are we?
So it really isn't just me, after all.
Are we in Celestia's basement? What the heck's
Do
going to
not
happen
be so
here?
modest as to downplay your achievements, Twilight.
It's a trap!
You've done much already, yes, but the future holds even more to do. With all you may discover in the years to come, Equestria could see the dawn of a new era of magical enlightenment. This is the destiny you received the day your cutie mark appeared. That mark is one of greatness. It belongs to a pony that will change Equestria. Embrace it and be proud.
Well, I am. I think.
Hello,
Should I
big
do
ear
all the things
mode!
I haven't done yet?
By the way, I hope none of you artists
Sure,
are
I've made
offended
a
by
lot of
anything that I say
discoveries.
here. I
My
do
friend
like
and I
taking
sit
a very
question about
lighthearted
half a dozen
pokes
times
at an
or
art
so.
style because
But I'm just
there's a lot of
wondering
kinds that are
what
really
else
cool,
is
and there's also kinds that are really cool and kind of funny at the same
But other
time.
ponies are not in your
So
place.
please
Nor
keep in
could
mind
they
everything
ever
I
be.
say is very
You are in
lighthearted
places.
and not in
I,
any way,
like
shape, or
most
form
others,
intended to
understand
be
the need to rein in
mean in
one's
any way.
arrogance and self-importance to keep a clear head and be the true, hard-working pony that made you what you are. But on the other hand, what is a bit of indulgence now and then?
Well, the position does come with perks besides a castle and a crown.
Yeah.
I've ordered patrols of the area to begin tonight.
Meanwhile, Twilight is a princess with no guards,
but
still.
nobody else will be permitted.
She's the only one without any royal guards.
While I trust you will be careful while studying the mirror, one thing concerns me that you must make clear to me before I let you proceed.
Yes?
Do you intend to pass through it?
There's plenty of residual magical energy around the mirror itself to take up my time. If I had more than just 3 days, maybe. But for now, I don't see this going any further than slipping an object partway through the portal and seeing how it's affected. Besides, there's no magic in the other world, so I wouldn't be able to do much there.
Good. Passage between worlds has caused enough harm already.
What if something or someone yanks you
I doubt
through?
anyone in the other world even remembers when the portal is due to open. There's no danger anymore.
For the mirror's sake, I would hope so. We should have sealed this beneath Canterlot months ago. After what happened with King Sombra in the other world, we shall take no chances with these relics.
It isn't the same as that time. The mirror only opens for 3 days every 2.5 years. No one in the other world, besides Sunset Shimmer, knows how it works, and she's reformed now.
So you have told me. After these 3 days...
But if she misses you, she wants to come through.
It is only here now for your research as requested. But I'll not have it in my castle any longer than is needed.
I understand. Thank you, Princess.
This is a pretty
I can leapfrog over the theory
risky
of
thing to research.
I might even be able to reverse engineer it. My studies of this mirror could revolutionize the field of space-time magic.
What?
I guess it doesn't open until tonight.
So it would seem.
Well, I guess there's nothing to do for now.
Let's
Is
eat.
there a place I could unpack my materials?
Or you can do
I've
that.
had a room set aside for you already. It's a guest room of sorts, you could say, but I believe it's suitable for a princess. Once you're settled in, would you care to join Luna and I for a discussion before dinner? You'll be busy with research tomorrow, and I wouldn't mind spending time with you when you're not thinking about other things.
Yay!
Of course. That was part of my plan for the trip.
Friendship! Squeak! And off to... Whoa, hello. Yep, since the Shimmer came through, she was too curious. And she wanted to be back to being a pony again.
Halt! Miss, identify yourself in...
This is like an RPG battle theme. She just put your butt to sleep, boy.
Canterlot storage. They moved it back.
Oh, hi, Mark. Why are you there?
Why not? What's stopping you from walking up to Celestia's room and seeing her? Telling her the truth? Celestia won't want to see me. It's been 5 years, and the last time I returned, I stole her student's crown and plotted to conquer her world. She's more likely to throw me in a cell than welcome me with open arms. Hooves.
Well, that's why you go talk to Twilight first. And not wear the stupid cloak and make yourself look like a thief. Besides, what's the worst she can do to you? Throw you back through the portal? Pretty sure if she were to try anything further than that, it would upset, like, the balance in between the two realms? Maybe? I don't know. But I really don't like how this episode is called Bittersweet Revenge, so maybe she isn't actually as reformed as Twilight thinks. Bacon? Really? Bacon and others. It's funny because she's called Bacon Hair sometimes.
You crazy? Well, joking aside, he was trying to be polite, and hey! Was some pony in here earlier?
Man,
Why
that was
is this
quiet.
unlocked? Princess Twilight is staying here doing some sort of magic research. You know what she's like sometimes. She probably just forgot to lock it when she finished. We'll give her a reminder tomorrow. We don't need ponies sneaking in here.
Twilight Sparkle is back in Canterlot. She doesn't matter. Once I find what I need here to start a new life, I can leave Canterlot and spend the rest of my new life never even thinking her name.
Alright, so she ain't reformed worth a
There
dang.
must be something
Good to know.
for that. Something to speed learn a craft or change my appearance? Or a memory spell? No. After all I've been through, erasing the memories would probably make things worse. Okay, no memory spells, but surely there is something here.
Book. Book. Really? This? I haven't heard this music in a while. Wow, okay. I like how she just keeps grabbing the same book and throwing it. It's like, maybe it's in. Maybe it'll be in here if I try again. It's not the purple book. Dang it! Quit checking the purple book. No wonder you're not making any progress. You keep reading the same one over and over again. Try the red book on the shelf. There you go. At least you tried an orange one. Where'd the purple one go? That you kept throwing.
Equestrian history, and none of them made some sort of life reset button magic?
Word so easy. What is that noise supposed to be? Her flipping through pages? What?
Okay. What do you do?
I don't know.
So, the question now is, whom do I use it on?
Oh, okay, so we won't know what it does yet. Ah, spectacular. Twilight falls, sunset dawns. So probably she's gonna be using it on Twilight. Maybe. As to what it does, is it gonna be some kind of thing where like she somehow takes Twilight's wings away? Because that'd be kind of odd. That moment when you can tell what this font is, but you can't remember what the name is. I don't know what the actual official name of this font is. Songs. Okay. I'm wondering if this is going to do a thing where, like, it has, like, a little clip after the end of the credits or not. I know a lot of projects like to do that kind of thing sometimes. Even if it's just a couple seconds. The artists! If I'm correct, there's only, like, 7 artists a part of this project, or for this episode. Brony girl forever. Flurry note. Katie Sparkles. Lindsay Fernia. I hope I did not butcher that name. Paint Splotch? That's actually a pretty interesting name. Rainbow Draft. Don't forget to support them on Patreon and subscribe to them for more updates and bloopers and more! Okay, so I was kind of right as to them not having, you know, they're not up there with Daughter Discord and PTS and stuff like that in terms of quality and stuff like that. It's the first episode, and let's be real here. Even though I worked on the project with her, Bride of Discord's first episode had a lot of flaws. We didn't have a lot of artists, so the pictures were up there for a really long time, and some of the quality in the voice acting and stuff like that was very subpar. And so I can understand that. It's taking on a project like this, it's a big collaborative effort, and it requires it can basically only be as good as your weakest link. That's kind of just how team stuff works in general. There was some quirks in this that could be addressed pretty easily, I think. And the main thing is audio balancing. The music and sound effects were sometimes louder than the voice actor or voice actresses that are speaking. For an example, during the song in the beginning, half of the lyrics that Sunset Shimmer was trying to say, you couldn't really hear because the music was equal or slightly above it in volume. And then the other bit I can think off the top of my head was when Twilight and Celestia were walking down the hall, the hoof steps were louder than some of the lines that was being said. So it was kind of tricky trying to tune that out in order to hear what was being said. So hopefully that whole audio balancing issue gets fixed in episode 2, and if not, then definitely in episode 3. But that's probably my main quirk, I would say, is just the volumes were off. And that's actually pretty normal because, again, even Brighter Disco and stuff like that, we had some problems with that. Even Princess Trixie Sparkle had that kind of problem where some things weren't the right level, so it was hard to tell what was being said sometimes and stuff like that. So it's not a critical problem or anything like that. It's a pretty simple fix. You just be a little bit more careful when it comes to listening to it and editing, but it's fine. It's a lot better to have these problems early on than it is to have it when you're at a very critical moment. Like when you're 2 or 3 episodes away from finishing the story, having that kind of problem would be bad. That would be really bad. But having it in the very beginning isn't as bad, because worst case scenario, you could always just rehearse some of the story that, you know, you couldn't really hear properly in a future episode. But if you're towards the end, then you kind of can't. So just work on that, I think, and that would probably be my main issue with this. You guys had a lot more different types of art going than I was expecting. I was thinking it was going to be like how it was for Broad Discord, where we only had like a handful of pictures, but you guys actually had plenty to go from, despite only having, I believe, 7 artists for this. So you guys got that covered. That's a good start. You actually have a fair bit of changing artwork as you're going, which is really nice. And I'm sorry, but I still have to take a little laugh at how there's a lot of artists that I'm seeing nowadays who like to draw the ponies with like extremely long legs. So it just makes them look like they're on stilts. I don't know what it is, but I just find that kind of comical. And it's not like I'm laughing at their style. I'm laughing because it's not what I'm used to seeing. Like it's unexpected. Like you see the show, the canon show, so you know what their normal height's supposed to be, and then you see them like on stilts, and it just kind of adds like a bit of a humor factor, at least to me. But so I'll see that, or I'll see some artists even do like the I call them big ear mode, when it's just like over top of them basically, and I don't know, it's kind of fun just seeing. It's very fun seeing the various art styles, because, to be completely honest, there is no real wrong way, I guess, to draw the characters. Everyone has their own style, and you can either make it show accurate, or you can make it kind of like this, where it's your own spin on things, but it can also be interpreted as humorous. It would be really cool if, in future episodes, they were able to somehow like have Pinky break the fourth wall with that kind of thing, and have her like poke at one of the art styles about that. That would be pretty funny. Having Pinky like poke at like a previous art picture, but like Twilight, why are you wearing stilts, or something like that? I don't know. I feel like that would be interesting. But in terms of what's going on with the story, it seems like Twilight believes that Sunset has been reformed, but she is just apparently wrong. Apparently Sunset has not really learned her lesson, and is having some... She's got some revenge scheme going on, but we don't necessarily know what that thing is that she found does. But either way, why is that item in the Canalot library? You would figure you put books there, and not some little box that has like a little note and the actual item itself in there. And if it's as dangerous as I'm assuming it is, why is it in there and not locked up, you know, in like Celestia's place or something, just like, you know, locked away so no one can see it, even the guards. I mean, I know the library was locked up, but still, it's not really a book, so I'm just kind of curious as to why that's there. But I don't know really what's going to be going on here, but it just seems like Sunset is going to be causing some problems, and it might not be so good for Twilight. There is a second episode out. There already is a second episode out. I'm not going to be taking a look at it today, but I will take a look at it at a later date. Not sure when, but I'll take a look at the second episode just to see where this goes from here. There's only 2 episodes out so far, which makes sense because it's an audio project, so it takes a good while to make the episodes. But yeah, so I'll take a look at episode 2 sometime soon, hopefully, and we'll just see what scheme Sunset's up to. But for now, I think that's actually going to be about it for this, everybody. It's an odd start, I think. There was a lot of talking in there, yeah, that's understandable, but I feel like the whole song in the beginning was a little much, I think. People who have ever seen me react to audio dramas know that I'm not a huge fan of songs in audio dramas and stuff like that, because 9 times out of 10, whatever lesson or message or whatever is being said in the song can very easily be done in half the time of whatever it is that they end up using. And I believe the song in the beginning here was almost like, it was like 3.5 or 4 minutes long. And I feel like starting the entire thing off with a song, like quite literally with that song, for as long as it was just a little bit too much. I feel like if it was a bit shorter, that would have been better. Have a little bit more time to use that to explain, you know, just anything else, really. But that's just me. That's me. I'm not a huge fan of songs that drag on. But that's me. But anyways, I think that's about everything I can need to say about this. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more stuff from Vocal Sweets in the meantime, maybe you want to take a look at episode 2 before I do, then that's totally fine. If you want to do so, click the link in the description down below and go take a look at those videos. Because, well, I'm kind of curious to see what happens with Sunset Shimmer, and if you are too, why not go and take a look at it before I do? But, for now, that's going to be it. So, thank you all for watching, and until we take a look at the next reaction, everybody, this is Brony saying, see you guys later.